The case of Andrea Yates. The case of Andrea Yates, a mother from Houston, Texas, who drowned her 5 children in 2001, is one of the most harrowing and complex cases in the history of American criminal justice. It brought significant attention to issues surrounding mental health, postpartum psychosis, and the legal system's handling of individuals with severe mental illnesses. Background: Andrea Pia Kennedy Yates was born on July 2, 1964, in Hallsville, Texas. She was the youngest of 5 children in a deeply religious family. Andrea excelled academically, graduating as valedictorian of her high school class. She went on to become a registered nurse, working at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center. Andrea married Russell "Rusty" Yates in 1993, and the couple had 5 children together: Noah, born 1994, John, born 1995, Paul, born 1997, Luke, born 1999, and Mary, born 2000. The Yates family was deeply religious, and Andrea homeschooled her children, dedicating herself to their upbringing. Mental health struggles. Andrea Yates's mental health began to deteriorate after the birth of her 4th child, Luke. She experienced severe postpartum depression, compounded by the pressures of raising a large family with limited social support. In June 1999, Andrea attempted suicide by overdosing on medication. She was hospitalized and diagnosed with major depressive disorder, and doctors prescribed antidepressants and antipsychotic medication. Despite treatment, Andrea's condition worsened after the birth of her 5th child, Mary, in November 2000. She exhibited signs of postpartum psychosis, a severe mental illness characterized by delusions, hallucinations, and cognitive impairment. Andrea's mental state continued to decline, and she attempted suicide again in March 2001. The tragedy. On the morning of June 20, 2001, while Rusty was at work and Andrea was home alone with the children, she drowned all 5 of them in the family's bathtub. Starting with the youngest, Andrea methodically drowned each child and then laid their bodies on the bed, covering them with a sheet. Noah, the oldest, was the last to be drowned. After the killings, Andrea called 911 and calmly informed the operator that she had killed her children. She then called Rusty and told him to come home immediately. Arrest and trial. Andrea Yates was arrested and charged with capital murder. The case attracted widespread media attention, with many people struggling to comprehend how a mother could commit such an unimaginable act. During her trial, Andrea's defense team argued that she was suffering from severe postpartum psychosis and was not in control of her actions at the time of the murders. The prosecution contended that Andrea knew her actions were wrong and sought the death penalty. In March 2002, Andrea Yates was found guilty of capital murder and sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 40 years. The jury rejected the insanity defense, a decision that sparked controversy and debate about the legal system's treatment of mental illness. Appeals and retrial. In 2005, Andrea's conviction was overturned on appeal due to erroneous testimony from a prosecution witness. The Texas Court of Criminal Appeals ruled that the witness had provided false information regarding an episode of the television show Law and Order that he claimed was similar to the Yates case. Andrea was retried in 2006, and this time, the defense focused more intensely on her severe mental illness. Expert witnesses testified that Andrea was suffering from postpartum psychosis and delusional thinking at the time of the murders. The jury found Andrea Yates not guilty by reason of insanity, and she was committed to a high-security state mental hospital in Kerrville, Texas. Impact and legacy. The case of Andrea Yates had a profound impact on the public's understanding of postpartum mental illness and the legal system's handling of defendants with severe mental health issues. It highlighted the need for greater awareness, diagnosis, and treatment of postpartum depression and psychosis, as well as the importance of support systems for new mothers. The Yates case also prompted discussions about the insanity defense and the adequacy of mental health care in the criminal justice system. Critics argued that Andrea's initial conviction demonstrated a lack of understanding and compassion for individuals with severe mental illnesses. Rusty Yates, Andrea's husband, supported her throughout the legal process and advocated for better mental health care and support for families. He later divorced Andrea but continued to raise awareness about postpartum mental illness. Conclusion. As we explore the case of Andrea Yates on True Crime, we will delve into the detailed timeline of events, the investigation, and the broader societal implications of this tragic case. Join us as we examine the evidence, the impact on the community, and the ongoing efforts to address mental health issues and support vulnerable individuals. The story of Andrea Yates serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities of mental illness and the need for compassion, understanding, and systemic change to prevent similar tragedies in the future.